Trust me, that was one of the most awkward moments in my life. I was just stuck on the stage, my mind goes blank, and I was repeating the same thing over and over again, just with different kinds of expressions. So stupid. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, recently I got a lot of friends asking me how to prepare for impromptu speech. Well, all we need to do is practice plus experience. If you want to master impromptu speech, just keep watching. Well, for me, I've only made the impromptu speech for only 3 times. The first time I didn't practice for even 1 time before the contest, but so lucky, my topic is pretty friendly. And I just read a book related to this topic some days before the contest, so I just happened to have something to say. One thing for sure is even if you didn't prepare for it at all, as long as you didn't stop learning in your daily life, you're always doing this input. Whatever topics you pick, you can always build a bridge between the topic and your thinking. And the second time, also the most awkward impromptu speech I've ever made before, is when I stepped on a bigger stage, competing with more excellent contestants. This time, I got a far more tricky topic. And it was kind of a dialectical one. I remember I was trying to tell my own story again, but it ends up becoming a speech lack of logic, depth, and the beauty of language. And in the middle of the speech, there's a moment. I was just stuck on the stage, even just 1 second. My mind goes blank and I was repeating the same thing over and over again with different kinds of words. At that moment, I was like, oops, the game was over. But what can we learn from my sad little story? That is when we make an impromptu speech, on one hand, we have to tell our own experience in order to leave a deeper impression on others, right? But it won't be persuasive enough if only taking an individual as example. We gotta accumulate materials covering different kinds of fields. We have to develop this habit of thinking widely and deeply every time we come across some interesting topics in our daily life. So after that, I just started to try different ways to expand my think tank. And one way is to chatting with the native speaker with the lowest expansion. If you want to know how, I can post a clip of recording of me practicing impromptu speech with them. Just keep watching.
We know that technology improves every single day, and I want to talk more about AI, artificial intelligence. You've heard about that, right?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so you're going to tell me first how it's going to affect our lives as humans in the future. Okay, let's start there.
Well, talking about AI, most of the time we could think about some high technology, like something that is far beyond our daily life, but actually it is penetrated in every corner of our daily life. And for me, I keep saying I was always been deeply influenced by the AI technology in the educational field, because I always plan to be an English teacher. And I do hope that this kind of technology can just bring more benefit to students in the remote areas like villages and maybe somewhere they can't have the opportunity to experience this kind of technology. And definitely they would learn something from a different angle. And most importantly, even if they are in the remote area or they are far away from us, but we have to let them know that they are always paid enough attention. We really care about them, and we really care about the social problem, like the inequality of education.
Although it's unplanned, we're going to try and plan it. Now, for example, in your context, you're going to have a question, something totally random, of course, but you need to prepare for it. So there's a way to do it. Okay, there's a strategy. So if you have a question, for example, do you know the 5 WH?
Like what, why, kind of?
Yes,
how?
Who, what, where, when, why, and then there's how, right? So this is what you will ask yourself. Okay, so when you're planning your answer, okay, you're going to take time in your head, just a quick 10 seconds, that's all you need, quickly, to ask yourself these questions with any topic. Remember, this is just going to help you have a format for your answer.
Yeah, so basically like this. And after using this app to practice my impromptu speech, I found I do get some constructive advice from the foreign teachers, because all of them are equipped with certification like TESOL or TOEFL, and most of them are from Euro-American region. And most importantly, it's not expensive at all, just fit for students like me. And a good news, every one of my subscribers can get a 10-minute course experience for free. And you can choose any kinds of course as you want, like IELTS, business English, or just free talk like I did before. So after practicing in lots of ways, the third time I became kind of sophisticated. Like, I started the speech with an ordinary thing happened to me but highly related to this topic, and I only used a few words to describe the whole thing. and then just talk about some problems appear in the society, using some of the examples and expressions that I prepared, and also added my own feeling on this topic. So in that 2 minutes, I started with my own experience, talking about something thought-provoking in the middle, and ended the whole speech also with my own feeling, like a completely circle. So let's make a conclusion. To make an impromptu speech with completion, logic, and emotion, first, we have to experience as much as possible in our daily life, like reading books and news, making new friends, visiting some interesting places, doing some special things like volunteering, making videos, taking part in different kinds of internship programs. All those things can become your materials. And the second is keep doing critical thinking in our daily life, especially in those fields that you have passion on. It's super important to dig in that field and make sure you always have something unique to share in any kinds of occasions. And that is your voice. And the last thing is just to remember that circle. That is basically my own tips of making any kinds of impromptu speech. So if you find this video helps a little bit, don't forget to give me a like and keep following my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!